Debbie said it's time to go, so we'll go. Friday Night Live number 8, June 9th, 6-9. Uiakalele mumu, peli meri kiki bobo. Why doesn't the Pope want to be cremated? He's not dead yet. Kit Kat came out with a new, let's make sure you see it, churro flavored Kit Kat. Now, LMR Trains. Good evening, friend. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you for spending some time with me. This week, I think it was Monday, on one of the morning shows, they held up this Kit Kat churro. Now, I've never had a churro in my life. I have had Kit Kats. Look at me. I'm very good. At the end of the show, I will take a bite of one of these. For now, I'm just going to let's just sit it here. What is good news? Good evening. Doing fine. Set there. Oh, good. LMR Trains. If again, I hope I want to do a special shout out to Chris Young and his son Owen. Owen's here tonight, and please remind me. Please remind me at 6-9. I have a batch of 69 jokes, but I don't want to, like, for instance, let's just do one. What comes after 69? Mouthwash. A hay farmer got arrested. He's out on bail. A man in China, this is true. Hay farmer I made that up. A man in China went on a blind date. And when he got there, the woman had 28 of her relatives, of her family, at the restaurant. They racked up about $5,000 worth of dinner. And they expected him to cover it. Hold on. This is a multi-layered deal. He gave him like $400 and said, I'm out of here. You guys have fun. They sued him. They sued him because he was responsible. Thank God. The judge said no. He only owed $140, her dinner and his dinner, not the 28 relatives. That's a true story. You have to check that out. I had sex with a Chinese woman one time. It was great, but a half hour later, I was hungry again. Madonna and Sam Lewis put out a song today, or it was Sam Smith. Maybe Madonna and Sam Smith put out a song today called Vulgar. And you guys can punch in your own line there. Madonna and Sam Smith put out a song called Vulgar today. And one of the lyrics that they said, were a little sketchy. I'll split your banana. Now, I think Madonna's split a lot of bananas. My ex-girlfriend was My ex-girlfriend was such a slut that if she was a video game, she'd be rated E for everyone. And Debbie and Chris, LMR, if you're still there, this is the top story as far as I'm concerned. The air in New York City, and I'm not making this up. Again, I love what I do. I love going on Mondays and Fridays at 6:30 or 7:30, excuse me, and trying to expound on what happened. On Wednesday, the air in New York City was so bad, it was the worst air in the whole world, or wherever, in the whole United States. It was National Clean Air Day in Canada. But wait, I'm going to go on a little rant about this because Debbie and Chris know this is true. Everything I'm telling you is true. You guys can, tonight there's a lot of factual stuff, but it's all true. In New York on Wednesday, the air there was the worst in the whole world. At least let's just go with the United States. Meanwhile, in Canada, it's National Clean Air Day. The next day, yesterday, that air moved from New York down to York, Pennsylvania. I'm not making this up. The air quality goes from whatever to 500. We were at 476 yesterday. Last night, I was spitting out black. Now, again, a little too much information, but I think it's important because I'm going to go on a little rant here. I'm spitting like tonight. It's no wonder that I have no voice. You would walk outside and it was like, like you were around a campfire. And the reason that I'm beyond the fact that I didn't even take a bite of the Kit Kat because my throat's so goddamn sore. Can't you see we got a goddamn situation? You asshole! President Biden said on Wednesday, when the smoke was so thick, I'm going to send some firefighters up to Canada. Again, bear with me. I'm going to go on a little rant here. They're blaming it on climate change. Now, other people are blaming it on poor forest management. You're not burning down the trees. I don't give a shit. I'm telling you right hand to God. I felt good yesterday. Today, I can barely breathe. That's true. Everything I just told you is true. You can go on, because I questioned myself. He said, York, Pennsylvania, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the worst quality air in the United States. I'll get down off my soapbox here in a minute, but supposedly between the U.S. and Canada, we have enough think tanks, enough bouillabaisse of info. I don't give a shit if it's climate change or if it's not. Send some water up there. Stop it. Make it stop, for God's sakes. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Honest to God, I'm not making it up. I wasn't even sure. Debbie said, no, and you know what's scary about that? Here, I missed one part of that. Our air here in York, Pennsylvania went from This is no shit. I want to put the glasses on so you can wrap your head around this. It went from hazardous to dangerous. Hazardous to dangerous. Here, where I live, just they were telling you to keep your windows down. Don't. I'm I'm sorry. Beyond COVID and this, I've never even imagined that I could not go outside. Don't go outside. This is all new to me. I apologize, LMR Trains and Chris and Debbie, but my throat is so bad I couldn't even. Hey, let's send some firefighters up there to Canada and see if we can get some of this shit straightened out. What's worse than a needle in your eye? A needle in both eyes. Transformers, new movie opened up today, and Pete Davidson's in the movie. And I read some stuff about that they wanted to cut a joke and this and that. They kept it in. But there was another story on Pete Davidson where he bought a dog. He bought a dog at a pet store. And PETA, P-E-T-A, got all up in his grill, and he sent him some. I didn't read it. I'm just reporting. Hey, look, I'm just reporting it. I'm just telling you what I saw. I like this one. Make sure I get it right. Andrew Toppenberg, 60-year-old man. He got arrested with $600,000 cash and 400 pounds of marijuana at the Canada border. Now, what happened was Andrew followed the GPS. He had his GPS set, but he put it in wrong. And he ended up at the border with 400 pounds of pot and $600,000. Alexa, that's no lie. I love stories like that where the guy followed the GPS right to the border. I've been at DUI checkpoints. If you see one, turn away, get away. This is a little tip for you kids out there. If you see, turn before. Did you know that zebras are just horses that escape from prison? Australian health people there, the Australian Health Commission warned the men in Australia to stop taking Penis Big USA. Big Penis USA, excuse me. These guys were taking it, and it turns out it just had Viagra in it, so they took the pill and Simba stood up, and they thought they're warning the men in Australia. And if you were to contemplate getting Big Penis USA, don't take it. I love this one. Gong Yi Wang. Gong Yi Wang daughter, her daughter, 13-year-old daughter, took the whole family's savings, $64,000. $64,000 she spent on online games. She spent $13,000 on the games. She spent another $30,000 on in-game purchases. Not sure where the rest went. Oh, she gave some to her friends at school. $64,000. Now, Owen, if you're still there, I'm trying to figure out it's like Minecraft or something where I guess you can buy stuff. $30,000 on in-game purchases. I'm kind of I think the thing to think about there is if you have a child that has access to the internet, you should probably be pretty careful where they're, the credit card and what's going on there. I had a sex with a woman who stuttered one time. Thank God I finished before she could say no. I like this one a lot too. Buy Rotation is a company, it's a new app on your phone, Buy Rotation, where you can rent, lend, or sell your clothing. Ooh. Let me just say it again. Buy Rotation is a new app where you can rent or lend or sell your clothing. If you were to lend something or your rent and it came back and a guy like me had it, got a little crank. Oh, Nelly. And you can, I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there. I guess it's like going to Goodwill. The difference is if you are paid money and you on Monday's show. What? I'm sorry. I got some. Yeah. Chris, you're exactly right. You're exactly. Is that why you call the street? Yeah, I can lend you some boxers. There's holes in them. Yellow in the front, brown in the back. Hey, let's do. And you know what, Debbie? You don't need to remind me, Chris. I'll do one. A 69 joke. No, I'll do the one at the end. I shouldn't do it. I won't do. I'll do the one at the end. On Monday's show, and this is true. I don't know if any of you guys. I think Debbie was there. On Monday's show, I did a story, and this. I'm not blowing hot air at my ass. I'm only telling you this because I pride myself, even with the smoke and all the shit like going on tonight, even though I'm sick as hell. I pride myself in doing good stories that, make you guys laugh and make you think and whatever. I'm swallowing tough. On Monday's show, I did a story about a girl on Instagram, like 5 million views. And the whole video is nothing but her going to McDonald's and getting some hash browns with an Oreo McFlurry. She makes a sandwich and she eats it. Now, I brought this up on Monday. And you guys can look this up. Both things I'm going to tell you are true. And I couldn't be more proud of what I'm doing than both of these things. Tuesday morning on the Today Show on NBC, I just sat there and said, I don't believe this. They brought out Al Roker and Hoda Kotb and Savannah Guthrie, and they brought out hash brown McFlurry sandwiches from All to Eat. Mm-hmm. The girl dripped some McFlurry onto Al Roker's pants. I couldn't believe it. I said, Scotty, you're doing good material. That's what, just keep doing good material. I flipped over on 21 on my local CBS to do a thing called Talk of the Table. And Nate Burleson talked about the postal workers, postal people who deliver the mail, and 5,300 postal workers, mail carriers, got bit by dogs. And I did that story on Monday night. Now, again, I'm not blowing hot air at my ass, but I just love, to me, that is what it's about, that I point out. It's like the whole air thing, right hand to God. I have been affected. You can hear my throat. I've had two of the roughest. I have two inhalers. I have COPD. Asthma. I can barely breathe. And last night and that's true. You can hear my voice. I'm gonna eat the Kit Kat churro. I'm gonna do a couple. My wife said I'm homesick. I said, this is our home. She said, yeah, and I'm sick of it. Then she said, is it me or is the cat getting fat? I said, it's you. I'm going to take a bite of this, see if I can open it up. Hopefully I can open it up. We'll have to figure it out here. A bite of this churro. There you go. There. Let's take a look at it. There you go. There's the, let's just break me off one of these. I call a friend of mine Kit Kat. The guy I work with, I call him Kit Kat because he's always taking a break. Here you go. A Kit Kat churro. Now I'm with. Let's go a wang to it. Oh, I'm having a hard time swallowing that. It's good. It's sweet. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna. Nothing against the Kit Kat churro, but my throat is so bad from the Canadian smoke that I can't take another bite. I'm gonna do the worst. Owen, you don't have to remind me. I'm gonna do it. The worst 69 joke I know. I'll do one more and say goodnight. Thank you, Debbie and Chris, for showing up. I don't know if anybody else got here. It's fine. Probably best. The worst 69 since it's June 9th, 6-9. The worst 69 joke I know. There's a guy, he's like, 40-year-old virgin, never had sex. He gets a hooker and he talks to her and she says, okay, why don't we start with 69? So he's back there and she spits out a piece of corn. He keeps going. Another piece of corn. He says, hey, lady, are you sick or something? She said, no, but the guy that was there earlier was. This should be marijuana. I appreciate each and every one of you. Yeah, I know, Chris. I know. I know. I know. The other guy that was there. Thank you all. Buy a coffee mug. Buy a shirt. And I hope you had a good time. I'm a little out of my sorts. That smoke. I'm not going to want to rant, but holy hell, why didn't they see that coming? Maybe in the future, before we all can't breathe, you could send water to where the fire is. How do you make a dead baby float? Take your foot off his head. Hey, have a great night. Thank you guys. See you real soon.